You know I love a good fitness influencer mantra, right? Usually because I disagree with them and I have something salty and cranky to say about them. Well, guess what? Here's another one. I've seen a lot of fitness influencers try to talk people into exercising and try to minimize the fact that they have challenges getting started or don't know how to fit it into their lives. And the mantra that they'll use is, hey, we all have the same 24 hours in the day. I can do it. Why can't you? Truth is, we all do have the same 24 hours in the day, but we're not all using those 24 hours for the same things. It seems kind of obvious. And as usual, these mantras are attempting to make a point that might have some kind of useful relevance, but they're being way too simplistic. When I had my father living with me for the last 15 months of his life, my routine changed, and I wasn't even the primary caregiver. That was my youngest brother. But yeah, I had 24 hours in the day, and I had to spend some of them on, you know, taking stock of what else was going on in life and making sure that my dad got cared for, and that took some time. When I got started on fitness, some of my other fun activities had to jockey for position, and I actually cut down on some of the time that I was spending on things that I really enjoyed doing, that were good for me, that were helping me thrive emotionally, that were contributing to my income. In essence, I had to shift the deck chairs around, and there were things that took a hit that were valuable things. You know, I wasn't one of these people who was just doing a bunch of mindless stuff and had oodles of free time. I had to reorganize my priorities. If you're someone who's tempted to tell somebody else, we all have the same 24 hours in the day, what I'd encourage you, challenge you to do is to spend some of your 24 hours figuring out how to inquire into people's circumstances a little bit more deeply and be a little bit more thoughtful and useful in the way you encourage them. Because these kind of rote things that everyone says, it's like, okay, yeah, we all have the same 24 hours in the day. As an adult human being on this planet, you should know, without having to be told, that shifting priorities isn't that easy. It probably wasn't for you. And if it was, great, you got lucky. But maybe be a little bit more helpful in telling people, yeah, here are the things that you were doing that were valuable and that you enjoyed, but you shifted your priorities because you wanted to focus on your health. And let people know that, yeah, that can feel difficult and that can feel awkward, and one has to learn one's way into it. But here's how I did it. Here's how I got it accomplished. Here are some strategies that I used, that other people used. If you're not doing that kind of information, if you're just saying, oh, it's easy, you're not actually helping anybody. And it's kind of foolish of you to think that you're doing anything other than displaying your ego. Even finding a different turn of phrase to use to give people the simplistic answer would demonstrate a little bit more effort on your part. And if you're telling people that the effort matters, you should let it matter in the way that you communicate. Hey fam, if you've made it this far in the video, first of all, thank you. Second of all, if this video or any of my others have entertained you, made you smile, taught you something, given you some support on your own journey for mental or physical health and fitness, please consider subscribing to the channel. And if that's too much of a commitment right now, please at least give it a thumbs up. You'd be amazed how much that does for the engagement on a YouTube channel like mine. As I film this, I'm closing in on making my 100th clip. And old-timers on YouTube will tell you that that's probably the minimum you need to get noticed by the algorithm. So I'm hoping as I get to that point and as I close in on 6 months to a year of making these, that the algorithm will start to prioritize me higher. And your thumbs up or a comment or a subscription will bolster that process. I don't object to making money at this, but right now I'm not sponsored. I'm not charging anything. I'm really doing this as a labor of love because of how much benefit I've gotten from this myself. Thanks for your time. Thanks for your support. Thanks for your attention. Go kick some butt, including your own, in a good way. Love ya.